Hello friends, I will tell you about the transcript feature of Word and we will use it together. Click on the Login tab. As you can see here, there is a button with a microphone icon. We click on it. There are two options here, Dictate and Transcript. We select the transcript feature. Yes, friends, my screen is open. As you can see, you can also send directly to OneDrive. Here, I would like to point out that this feature is a very important feature, especially for those who do business in the field of social media today. It is really useful. I recommend that you do not post a video to social media without watching this video and trying it. For you to understand better, the files it accepts are WAV, MP4, M4A, MP3. I chose the language option United States here. You can choose whichever language you speak. But friends, let me also point out that the language I have selected right now is English, and the process I will do shortly works perfectly. It works flawlessly, you don't have to deal with anything, but it works very badly in other languages, including European languages. Unfortunately, I made a translation video for this. Those who watched that video and follow me know very well that there are some topics in Word. Even Microsoft's Translate and other Translate. There are deficiencies. Firstly, there is a loss of meaning. Secondly, in Translate translations, word-by-word translation is not complete, that is, we do not experience this only in the transcript feature. We also experience the same problem in the Translate feature of Translate Word. Unfortunately, we experience this problem in other languages, that is, in languages other than English United States. We cannot get what we want in the transcript feature, either. Once again, we cannot get what we want. Again, the translate feature may be useful for us, perhaps paragraph by paragraph or sentence by sentence, but when we say to translate a page or two, the meaning that is meant to be explained in the text may be different from the meaning that comes out when we translate. That is why I wanted to clarify this issue, even if it is a bit long. I will explain it in detail, especially for YouTubers, for those who do business on Instagram, for copywriters, for those who do copywriting on social media, for copywriters of their own channels. 60% and 70% of copywriters use Word. It is a great event for those who use Word and work as copywriters on YouTube. It's a great result, but unfortunately I can't say the same for other languages. In fact, let me put it this way, you will have to work harder. You know, if you transcribe your voice one by one, it will take less time, and when you transcribe it in your own language, it will take much longer until you say let me correct the semantic errors, correct the word errors, let me correct the spelling mistakes. I want to clarify in case you waste your time, but still, at least one language is very useful and you know this language is used a lot in the world and it is very useful for people who know this language. If we continue with our video, I click on the video upload option and I get a video. Yes, friends, my voice recording has been uploaded. My voice recording was already short, but it was still uploaded in a short time. Even though it is long, I think it will not make you wait too long. I checked it word by word, sentence by sentence. It is exactly right and beyond wonderful. Unfortunately, as I said, it is available in other languages. We encounter many mistakes and errors, but in the United States English option, English is a language we know, it is a common language all over the world, it produces great results and does not bother you at all. I posted it here. This was the first topic of Word's transcript feature. We could send the video directly and get a transcript directly in this way. Again, we can transcribe and get the printouts in this way. I will show this in the part when we say manually. Now we move on to our second topic. Manually recording sound. While going to manual sound recording, I click on Start Recording. Now friends, we have tried it. I read the text here, save and transcribe. Now what it is doing here is uploading it to OneDrive. You can listen to your recording from here, but we will not do that. Here you can find the transcript file that it created in OneDrive. As you can see, friends, it is really very successful. Of course, you have to pay attention to the microphone. I spoke very closely and I paid a little attention. There may be some minor mistakes. It may be related to your speech. It may also be related to the pronunciation you use while speaking. But unlike other languages, there is no loss of meaning, complete errors in the text, or mistranslation of the words. It's just that the words you say differently are related to your way of speaking or speaking fast. There are some minor errors for the you upload the text to Google, YouTube. Of course, there will be errors like here. But in Microsoft Word, you will encounter 20% and 15% errors. I can say that in Google's version, you will encounter 5% errors, but this is also very good in Word. I think it will work. I recommend you to use it. Of course, unfortunately, it is only in the English United States option. Of course, it is very common in the world, many people use it. I think it will be useful for many people. Most people, of course, know that Word does not have such a feature, so they browse other online websites. Here they upload the file and try to extract text. There is no need. If you have a Microsoft membership and Word, you can do this. Now, we have a few more topics left. Let me finish them. Now, after uploading our video here, we upload the video we recorded before, or after manually saving it from here, we pull the file back to OneDrive and upload it here. As you can see, there are 4 options as follows, so you can only receive it in text form, which is a great feature that Google does not have. For example, this. You do it one by one to translate this form on Google. The only output you will get on Google is like this, that is, you can take it piece by piece, there is no other additional option, so here it is a natural text application since Word is a text application. This is the result. Our second option is with speaker, we click on it. As you can see, the audio recording also appears. When I click on the audio recording like this, it now appears as speaker 1 because only I am speaking. So, imagine that you are in a meeting, here you record the audio. To transfer it to Word, there are 5 speakers here, and each speaker speaks one by one. The text can be recorded in this way. This is a really nice feature. As you know, Microsoft is a company that is very adaptable to business life. So, you can get a text spoken by 10 people in a meeting, in English, correctly. It is really useful. Can it be very formal and serious? Of course, since there is a margin of error, you cannot argue with people by saying something like you said this or that. Because it may be that he did not say it, Word may have misunderstood that word. Our third option is to print with timestamp as follows. Our fourth option is both the speaker, that is, the person speaking, and time-stamped. This is also very nice. It will be very useful in matters such as at what minute in a meeting of 10 people, the characteristics of the people you talk to, the things you talk about, etc. Here again, as I said, in the business world, there are many examples that come to my mind right now. But this feature is really nice, and at the same time, it is very excellent in English language support in the part of converting the voice recording to text, and it is error-free. Unfortunately, it is necessary to speak very close to the microphone, but minor errors are still corrected, there is no loss of meaning. There are only some errors in the words, these can be corrected and continued in this way. You can get the text output of your voice recording with 4 text outputs. Now, finally, it saves it to SharePoint as you see here. You can also access your voice recording from SharePoint. That's all I had to say. Hope to see you in the next video.